Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV on the Xbox One console. This is Montana, episode number 24. Welcome back to Montana, folks. Alright, so picking up exactly where we left off last week. It is still the same day. So we need to bale all the straw that we left in field number 3. So we're going to get to that. And then we're going to have a little surprise. We're going to replant all 5 of our fields. That's right, we own 5 fields now. Remember last week when we bought field number 4 and harvested that? That needs to be replanted, but I want to do something a little bit differently. I want to go and buy an actual planter instead of a seeder. And I want to do, since we have 6 fields now, the 5 regular fields and then field 2.5 that we made. I want to plant 3 fields of corn and 3 fields of sunflowers. So that way we can diversify the crops a little bit. We haven't done corn or sunflowers yet in Montana, so I think that is on the docket. But right now we're going to bale up all the straw, sell all the straw, and then we've got a pretty little penny in the bank right now, just over $400,000. So we should make about $10,000 to $15,000 per load of straw, and I think there's only going to be 1 trailer load here. I think if the yield serves me correctly, we usually get about 19 to 26 bales of straw. I know that's a pretty broad generalization, but anywhere between 19 and 26, I believe, is the number that we're shooting for straw bales on this particular field. And while we are baling up the straw, don't forget to check out the description of the video, folks. You'll find a link there to the December giveaway, which ends on December 23rd. You could win a Farming Simulator 19 base copy of the game, or, if you so choose, a DLC pack of your choice. Out of all the DLC packs that Giants is offering, I'll buy you one and send it to you. How's that? It does not include the Seasons Pass, however. Sorry to burst your bubble on that one. Win a base copy of the Farming Simulator 19 game or a DLC of your choice. All you have to do is click on the link, enter the giveaway, and you're off to the races. And as always, don't forget about that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Drop a like on the video and then ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything. And then after that, take a gander at the featured channeled section. You'll see some excellent Farming Simulator YouTubers there. Go check them out, subscribe to their channels, and then come follow us on all of our social media campaigns: Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, you name it, we are there. Check out the links in the description for all of that fun stuff. All right, now that all that is out of the way, let's fast forward a little bit to the completion of the baling of the straw. And we're all done. Look at that. 25 bales. We've got to take this full load of trailer and come back for 1 bale. Come on, man. Either way, it's extra money. Doesn't matter. Let's take these over to the bale shop, and we will sell these and hopefully get between $10,000 and $15,000. Another vague generalization on my part, because I'm not really sure how much we're going to get. Anywhere between 10 and 15 is good. I guess, it's free money, so anything is good, really. Let's just see what we get for the straw today. Come on. There we go. 13,000. Right in the middle. I said between 10 and 15, and we got 13. That's good. Let's go back and grab that 1 bale of straw, and then we'll sell that too. And here is the last lonely bale of straw going into the bale shop. Here we go. $500. Not bad. We'll leave the trailer there because we don't need it anymore. And we're going to hightail it down to the shop because it is time to replant our fields. So the planter we're going to get is the Great Plains 12-meter planter, because it is also a built-in cultivator as well, so we don't have to cultivate the land. It's a direct drill planter and will allow us to plant pretty much everything, along with corn, sunflowers, sugar beets, potatoes, things like that. But we're not going to venture into the sugar beet or potato market just yet. Maybe a little further down the road, who knows. We've actually only done sugar beets once, I think, or potatoes once. It was so long ago I can't even remember, but it was just annoying. And we never did them again. So I think maybe it's time to revisit the sugar beet or potato industry, but not quite yet. Today we're going to visit the corn and sunflower industry, and we're going to plant some corn and sunflowers. So here we are arriving at the shop. Let's look at our planters. Where are we here? There we go. And we're looking for the Great Plains. This one or this one? No, it's... let's see. Yeah, it's this one here. The 12-meter direct drill planter for $102,000. This is the one we're going to buy. Because it also takes liquid fertilizer too. We have to buy a liquid fertilizer tank as well, because the solid fertilizer will be no good for a planter that takes liquid fertilizer, obviously. There we go. Beautiful piece of machinery. Alright, now we just need to fill it up, and we need to start planting. Now, the regular seeder that we use is 15 meters. This is 12. Obviously, it's smaller because 12 is lower than 15. So, it might take a little bit longer to plant the fields, but the yield on corn is apparently pretty good, and so is the yield on sunflowers. So we'll see just how much time it takes to seed 6 fields, 3 with corn, 3 with sunflowers, and then we'll see what the yield is. I'm thinking a larger tipper trailer truck system is in our midst as well, depending on the yield of the corn and how many times we are emptying this trailer. It's got a 31,000 liter capacity right now, but I'm pretty sure we could get a semi truck and maybe something a little bit bigger. So let's go over here and fill this up. Now, corn and sunflowers use an enormous amount of more seed than soybeans and wheat and barley and all that stuff. So we're going to be going through a lot more seed and a lot more fertilizer because this particular planter uses quite a bit. Alright, so that was the solid fertilizer. That's no good to us. We are going to fill it up. And see, we can also plant the regular crops as well with this Great Plains planter, so might not have a need for the Amaze One 15-meter planter. Yeah, liquid fertilizer it is. And then that Amaze One may or may not be on its way out. We will see just how good this Amaze One or the Great Plains one is. Where are the liquid fertilizer tanks gone to? They're in here somewhere. One more, there it is. So $8,500 for the liquid fertilizer tank, and I think we will. Can we put it over here? Do we want to put it there? I think eventually it's going to take the place of the solid fertilizer tank. Well, we still need the solid fertilizer tank for the Kuhn backpacks spreader. But I think maybe it's time to get rid of that as well. Maybe we want to look at getting a fertilizer sprayer later on in the episode. Maybe we'll do that. That's something to think about. Alright, so let's put some liquid fertilizer in this bad boy, and we will get off and on our way. There we go, all filled up and ready to go. We are going to plant, I think this field here is going to be corn. We'll do 1, 5, and 4 with corn, and then 3, 2, and 2.5 with sunflowers. I think that's what we're going to do. Alright. So this is pretty much the same as seeding. We're just going to drop it, turn it on, and drive. Same as the other seeder. Really nothing special to it. You can't fast farm with this, I don't think. We're going to try that out, though. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to lower. We're going to lower. And we're going to turn on. And we're going to try and fast farm. And fast farming does not work. Ooh. We have to go at normal speed. Whatever are we going to do? This may or may not take longer than I anticipated. I was hoping that this Great Plains planter could fast farm, but it can't. So we are going to plant some corn. Look at it going into the ground. Interesting. Alright. Alright, let's skip ahead to the end of the corn planting of field 1. Alright, and just like that, the corn is now planted in field number 1. Look at all the fertilizer we used. We used almost 3/4 of the tank of fertilizer. We're going to have to fill this up before we go over to field number 5, obviously, because field number 5 is quite large and there's not enough room. So we're just going to fill it right back up with seed and fertilizer, head on over to field number 5, and then we will start planting more corn over there. Alright, and pulling into field number 5, you can already see the problem. I completely forgot about the straw that needed to be baled in this field. That's right, we had 2 fields of barley, I think. Barley or wheat or oats or something from last week that needed to be baled. So now we got to go back, grab the baler and the trailer, and bale up all this stuff and sell the bales. So let's go do that. And look at that, folks, exactly 24 more bales of straw. That should let us net us another $13,000 in straw. That's just from field number 5. That was a mistake on my part. I do apologize, taking a little bit of extra time seeding those fields, but we had to sell the bales because the straw was left on the ground, and that was my bad. There's another 13,000. Let's leave the trailer here, get back to the seeder, and we'll plant some more corn. And we made it back to field number 5 just in time to finish off the corn planting. You can see we've got over 50% fertilizer left in this field. So we used less fertilizer on this field than we did in field number 1. So we should actually have enough seed and liquid fertilizer to complete planting another field of corn on field number 4, which is just out here on the edge of the road here. Right there ahead of us is field number 4. We're going to plant our 3rd corn field here, and then in fields 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 2.5, we'll plant sunflowers. And then, of course, I know what you're saying. Yeah, we have to buy a sunflower header and corn header, but we will have enough money for that. Don't even worry about that. Even if we come up short, there are tons of trees on this map that we can cut down in a pinch and sell to the sawmill if we do come up short, but I don't think we will. And I do want to buy that fertilizer sprayer truck at some point during the episode. We've got, what, $314,000. So we should be able to afford one of those without a problem. All right, let's skip ahead to the end of the corn planting in field number 4, shall we? All right, there it is, folks. The last field of corn is now completed. Here we go. All done with the corn. So we have fields 1, 5, and 4 are now planted with corn, and we can move on to 2, 3. Oh, this planter has a lot of weight to it. I have to remember to take my foot off the gas when we're coming around the corners there. So field 1, 5, and 4 are planted with corn. We're going to do fields 3 right beside me there, and fields 2 coming up, and field 2.5, which is in the back. On the east side of the map. And we're going to plant all that with sunflowers. And then we'll venture into the corn and sunflower market. But right now, we need to refill the seeder once again. This is like the 3rd time we've had to fill this thing. So I'm hoping that the corn and sunflower yield will pay off in the long run to cover the cost of all the seed and fertilizer, and not to mention diesel that we've been using in this tractor. It's not been too bad, but you know, it is getting a little run down. All right, let's head on over to field number 3, I believe is the next one, and plant some sunflowers. All right, and field number 3 is located just out here past this line of trees. It's not very far away. It's a good thing that we made all of these fields close together, but you know, as we clear out more trees and make room for more things, we may want to slow down a little bit. Jeez. We may want to look at possibly building another farm at another end of the map, just so that we don't have to drive very far with all this equipment. We could very well expand our operations into another farm, but maybe that's a few episodes away. I'm not sure. We'll see. I got a lot of things planned. Nothing is really concrete. Just a lot of notes scribbled on some paper. We'll see where the wind takes us here in Montana. But for now, let's plant some sunflowers here on this field, and then we'll head on over to field number 2. Yeah, field number 2 is next, and then field 2.5, the big field in the back. Oh, missed the spot there. We'll have to come back and get that. And we are going really slow uphill. Oh my. We're going to have to change the way we drive here. I think we're going to have to go east-west instead of north-south. Actually, we are going east-west. We're going to have to go north-south instead of east-west. because this is just too slow. And as always, let's skip ahead to the end of this, shall we? And here we go. Here's the last little strip of sunflowers. Well, not the last little strip. You can see there, because there is a kind of a fair-sized dent in the field right there. We are going to have to go north-south on this little piece. So maybe north-south is the way to go in the future. We just need to cut a line down the sides. Here we go. Perfect. So you can see the planter bending a little bit there in the center. That's fine. We just need to take care of this little piece right here. And there's another little piece that we just passed. Swing around and get that. And then we'll head on over to field number 2, in which we expanded not too long ago. Last episode of the episode before that, I think. We expanded field number 2, so that's a little bit bigger. But let's just head over there anyway. And we should have enough seed in. Well, we'll have enough seed, but we should have enough fertilizer to do field number 2 as well. So we'll head over there right now without filling up, in hopes that we don't run dry and then have to fill up halfway through, because that's one thing that kind of annoys me. You don't bring enough seed and fertilizer with you to the field, and then you have to drive all the way back to fill up. Alright, so here we are at field number 2, somewhat larger than what it started out with. Remember, we added that L-shaped portion. Now this is on a hill, so we're not going to go east-west with this one. We will go north-south, and then we'll start at the top and work our way down, just to avoid slow planting up the hill. And we'll just start here in this corner right here. And here we are at the end of the planting session here on field number 2. It's got that one little spot right there that we need to get. Just that one little stubborn little spot that would not plant. And still won't plant. So we're just going to let that go. So now we are almost bone dry on the fertilizer. So we're going to refill the fertilizer and sunflower seeds one more time. And then head on back to field number 2.5, which is that big field that we made on the eastern end of the map there. So let's go and do that really quick. Okay, we've arrived here at field number 2.5, getting ready to seed a very large field of sunflowers. This may or may not take a few minutes. I'm not going to lie, it's going to take a few minutes. So we're obviously not going to make you watch the entire planting session as we go uphill and slowing down to a whopping 6 miles an hour. Maybe it's time to upgrade the tractor too. Who knows? It's doing fine so far, and that's an expense we cannot afford right now. Yeah, so we're going to continue planting the sunflowers, and we'll check back with you in just a few short minutes. And here is the end of the sunflowers, actually the end of the planting altogether. We now have 6 planted fields, and we're going to have to fertilize these fields after stage 1 is complete. So I think we're going to put the planter back, and then we are going to buy a fertilizer sprayer. I was already looking at them off camera a little bit, so I think I have a pretty good idea of which one I want to buy. So we'll let you in on that in just a few short minutes. But we're going to put the corn and sunflower planter, we'll stick it here, but we may want to look at buying another shed at some point. Or maybe we might not need, yeah, we're going to have to buy a shed anyway for the fertilizer sprayer. And I think I'm happy with the 12-meter Great Plains planter and the fact that it does everything as well as corn and sunflowers. So I don't think we need that Amaze one anymore. So maybe we'll sell that in the next episode, and we'll see what happens. Right now, we're going to get rid of the Kuhn backpack fertilizer spreader so we can make way for the fertilizer sprayer, because now we have a liquid fertilizer tank. We no longer require this the backpack fertilizer spreader, so we could probably lose the solid fertilizer fill tank as well, but we'll worry about that later. Right now, let's just get this down to the shop, and then we will get our new fertilizer sprayer. Alright, here we are at the shop. We're going to drop off the backpack right here in the sell spot. We'll sell it and then buy our fertilizer sprayer. Sorry. I want to get the vehicle one so that we don't have to attach anything to the tractor. I'd rather just drive the fertilizer around rather than tow it. There we go. $16,000 for that fertilizer spreader that was on the back of our tractor. Good job, my friend. You've served our purpose well, but now it's time to upgrade. So let's go have a look at, where do we look in here? Crop protection. And I think I want to get the Stera fertilizer sprayer that we used on the Stone Valley series. I like the Horsch one, but it's 211,000 and it only holds 100 liters more than what the Stera does. And it's got the same wingspan, I'm guessing, for the thing. We don't really need different tires. We're fine with the narrow ones. So let's go ahead and purchase that for $195,000. There you go. We're down to $126,000 now. And we've already got the liquid fertilizer tank. So we can drive the Stera Imperador 3.0 back to the farm, fill it up. And then, you know what? I think we're going to buy a shed too, because we're going to need to store this somewhere. We can't just leave it out. Yeah, so we're gonna buy a small shed, and I don't really know where we're gonna put it. I'm thinking at the northern end of field number 1, where there's a little clearing of trees there, and there's enough room. I think we can park some stuff there. All right, we just need to get back to the farm. What is the top speed? 26 miles an hour. All right, it's good. A full tank of gas, we're good. We just need to fill it up with fertilizer. I'd like to see, let's just unfold this and see what the wingspan coverage would be on this field, and then we can get a good idea as to how long it's probably going to take to fertilize after stage 1 is done growing, and that'll probably be next week's episode. We can take the Stera out for a test run. But right now we're just going to fill it up and park it. There's really nothing to fertilize right now. So that this little section here we can get done in 2 passes. That's not bad. It's a good little machine. Looks like a fighter plane of some kind. Let's fold this back up, fill it up, and then we'll buy a shed. There we go. Doesn't take that long to fold up either. Just waiting. And there we go. Arms in. Please keep your arms in the vehicle at all times. There we go. Now, how much does this thing cost to fill up? Shouldn't be too much. There we go. $4,000. That's not much at all. And it's got 5,100 liters. I think. Or does that say 51? No, I don't know where I got 5,100 liters from. It has 2,400 liters. But anyways, let's buy a shed. And we're going to stick it, can we put it beside the house? Will it go right over here? It'll go there, but then that's encroaching on the field. We don't want to do that. And it's not going to go there. No, those trees are in the way. I don't feel like cutting down trees right now. And it's sort of infringing on the house there a little bit. So I don't think we're going to put it there. Let's see if we can put it over here. Is that tree in the way? Oh, green. There we go. We're good. We can put it right here. Oh, no. Right there. There we go. Perfect. Now we have somewhere to park our fertilizer sprayer. And with that, that is going to wrap up this episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching Farming Simulator 19, played on the Xbox One console. This was Montana, episode number 24 in our series. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And for now, this is JCTV saying, hey, see you later.